Rodebergbeauty aesthetic. I should just be a vulgar. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, the Rodebergbeauty aesthetic. I'm sorry I've been gone a little bit. Things are a little crazy. I finally got my hair done. I had like 2 inches of roots for a long time, and then my nail just broke. I'm just... Today, I'm going to be doing a tutorial for you guys. I wanted to do something that was a little bit of a easy to do, natural glow. Not natural at all. Not gonna be natural. It's gonna be super glowy. But just something fun and springy. It's been really cold here in Chicago, and finally it's starting to get warmer again into the 60s. And so I'm feeling like everybody is just really craving doing some spring looks to embrace that coming and saying goodbye to the winter. I'm a huge fan of winter. I love, obviously I always wear black. I like the dark lipsticks, but I think this is gonna be a great way for me to be excited about the spring and change of the seasons. So I will get started with that, and I'm gonna go put on my headband. So the first thing that I have been doing in my routine recently has been a real game changer for me. What I have been doing, as I lean forward awkwardly, what I've been doing recently is using the Body Shop Seaweed Oil Balancing Toner, and then just one of the kind of bigger oval cotton pads. I really like these recently because I feel like the square ones always fall apart when I put toner or micellar water on it. And these are really nice. They're big. They cover more area than a cotton ball would. These are just like the Up and Up brand from Target. So they're super affordable. And then this one, again, this is from the Body Shop. They had a deal going on recently for you buy 2, you get 1 free. And I really love their tea tree oil toner. I use it all the time before bed, which really helps even out my skin tone and any little bumps I have. But this one is super great at keeping away oil, especially now that we are going over into spring and summer and it's gonna be hot outside. This is gonna be a great way to keep the oil at bay. And a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just gonna apply that first to help set a nice, clean and de-oiled base. All right, so after using all that, you can tell, I washed my face so much. I mean, given I had some foundation, powder foundation on this morning, just because I had to run out and go grocery shopping. But I cleaned it all off, and it gets a lot of that leftover residue off as well. So it gets all that oil, and then I'll get any bit of grime or anything that you have. So now that we have the skin cleaned, I'm gonna set a base with one of my recent favorite products that actually Shay bought me for my birthday. So that is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb. So it comes in the pink box. This stuff is not cheap. In fact, their whole entire kind of this color pink willow herb line, super not cheap. But I love every single thing in the line. I actually got the serum maybe a cup, 6 or so months ago, and I used it a lot, and it was great. Their matte moisturizer, fantastic. Again, perfect for moisturizing skin that tends to be oily. So I've been really liking this line of theirs, and so I was really excited when Shay bought this for me because I wanted to try it. It was one of the only stuff left in the kind of family there that I hadn't tried yet, and it seemed super weird. And so I love trying super weird things. It makes a super weird noise when it's coming out, and it's instantly this cooling sensation, and then it's kind of bubbly, and then you're trying to rub it in your hands and it's even colder, and it's kind of almost little tiny, not as drastic as Pop Rocks, but that little kind of tickly feeling on your hand. And then you smooth it onto your skin, and it just smooths out perfectly, and I feel sets this really nice, natural looking base that not only smooths, but again, helps me stay this perfect throughout the day. feel like it fills in the pores without being super oily, like a lot of silicone-based primers can be. So it's been super. It's just been super. Like, it's weird, it's just kind of like little mousse. And it's just kind of like bubbling on your skin. And then when you go into it, it's just, I guess it's more of a mousse than Pop Rocks, but I don't know. I like my Pop Rocks idea better. So I'm just gonna smooth that onto my skin. Oh, lovely. All right, so for my foundation today, I'm going to be trying a new product. My friend Shay is actually letting me try it out. It is the Your Skin But Better CC Plus Cream. So it's color correcting, full coverage cream with anti-aging hydrating serum. And it's nice, especially for the summer. It's supposed to be a lot lighter on your skin, but it has a lot of nutrients it's putting into your skin as well. And then it also has SPF in it. So this is a really great option for the summer. And because today I want to do a little bit of a more glowy look for going into summer, I'm going to put just a little dab of the Burberry Fresh Glow Luminous Fluid Base. It's just super light. It looks like this. It has this nice kind of luminescence to it, which I feel helps bring a natural glow to your skin versus something just super glittery, although I love my glitter too. So apparently there is a illuminating version of this IT Cosmetics cream. So if you don't want to go out and buy a separate illuminator, you can just get one of those all in one. I actually just got this as a sample, that's why it's such a tiny one. Obviously I can't really afford Burberry all that often, or ever, but this is a great option for if you don't have an illuminating foundation, but you want to add something to it. Otherwise, go and try out that one. And then if you do try it out, link it down below. Let me know. I would really like to see what the illuminating version of this would be like if it has a very different effect to it. So this one is in Fair. I'm going to just put it on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to be using a sponge. I guess you can call it a beauty sponge. Yeah. So this is a beauty sponge. It's by Morphe. Jaclyn Hill talks about it all the time recently. She uses it to like help kind of bake in a harsher contour line. But I just love it in general. It's been a really cheap, I think it's $7.99. And it's nice and it cleans nicely. It doesn't break quickly. Sometimes I feel like those cheaper beauty sponges will tear very easily. This one's durable. It blows up to a nice size that's dense, but it's squishy, so it's really good for blending. So if you're looking for a cheaper beauty sponge, I would definitely recommend this one. I like it a lot. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of concealer, but I wanna keep with a kind of more light, natural theme. So I am gonna go in with the Boing? So they're hydrating concealer by Benefit. I actually feel like I was talked into buying this by one of the sales reps. When I was there, I was in a very vulnerable mood and they were talking about it, and I was like, sure, why not? I'm gonna buy it. But I actually do like it a lot for when I'm just doing very natural looks. I use it a lot just to kind of touch like a couple dots under, maybe over any blemishes. And then when I do a light powder foundation, if I'm just trying to, do a 3 to 5 minute makeup to go out the door if I'm running late. But I do really like it. I just don't, generally I'm a more full coverage under eye person, sharp shape tape all the way. But this is a really good option. I think that I will actually buy again because I'm on the very last bit here. But I'd actually buy it again for the summer. I think it's a good option to pair up with a CC cream because it also is supposed to be hydrating and the kind of white, I don't know if you can see because the center of it is a foundation and then around the outside is this kind of clear, opaque looking thing. So I'm just going to lightly dot that on my under eyes, so create a little coverage, and then I have a little bit of redness on my chin and just here on my face. So I'm not going to cover anything else. I want to keep, I have some age marks already and some freckles, But I don't know, I feel like they're kind of a part of me, and I'm just gonna do the more where you can see your freckles through it. I think that's a really nice look. Even though I like full coverage, I don't like whenever it just looks like caked on. And it looks like your skin is just one color. I like a little bit of texture in there because I think that a little bit of naturalness is pretty. And then you put on all the colors on top, you know, to not look natural. So then to set, I'm just going to set my under eyes. Shay told me she does not set her whole face when she uses the cream, so I'm just going to try to go that route as well. And I'm actually using this, they call it a bronzer, which is ridiculous, by Wet n Wild. It's in Reserve Your Cabana, and it's all broken, otherwise I'd show you guys it, but it'd fall all over the floor. So I just put it on a beauty blender, beauty sponge, my Morphe one, and I just use it to set my under eye. What's nice is it has a kind of natural, more yellow undertone to it, which is kind of like people like banana powders and all of that. And then it also has, it's not super glowy, it's not like a highlighter, but it gives a little bit of luminosity to the setting, which I feel just really helps brighten the under eye while setting it as well. And it doesn't look too cakey, which is the goal. Next. Yeah. Next, I'm gonna go in and use my Cheek Parade palette. It is by Benefit. I like this a lot. It was a really super good deal. I don't know why I keep saying super in this video. It was a really good deal. It was, I think, 60 bucks, and each of these generally cost, I think, 24 or 25. And you get the light and the regular Hoola bronzer. You get the Dandelion blush, which is a nice, really light blush. You get the California blush, which is kind of coral, and it starts with this gold shimmer on top of it, and it smells like summer. It smells like a coconut sunscreen, but better. It's like, I love it. It doesn't smell as much in this packaging as it does in the like separate one, but it's really good. And then the last one is the Rockateur, which I also really like. It's a more it's a little darker and more mauve-y, and it has a definite shimmer to it, but I love this one a lot. And then it comes with the little brush. I tried using this. It's just not my thing, but I keep it in there because it kind of looks weird if you don't have anything in it. It doesn't look. So what I'm gonna go in with is the Moda Pro. It's a Royal and Langnickel brand. I think I've talked about this before, either on Instagram or on one of my other videos. But it is the BMX 130 Pointed Blush Brush. I use it for a bronzer with this like kind of contour, especially when I'm not trying to go in with harsh contour. And it's one of my favorite brushes. I'm not sure how much it is. I got it through maybe BoxyCharm or something, one of those beauty subscriptions, probably in October or November. And I love it, but they weren't officially released at that time. And every time I've checked, they're still not available, but maybe I'll go and check, and if they are available, I'll link them down below, because most of Royal and Langnickel products are super affordable. Feeling super, you know I'm feeling super. Are very affordable, and I would recommend going out and buying one for sure. So, long spiel, but I really, really like this brush. I'm gonna take it and dip it in the Hoola regular color and then a little bit of the Hoola light. I'm gonna go in along the top and do just the normal C. I'm just trying to help create a very glowy, kind of bronzed summer look. We're gonna try to keep natural, except for I put a whole lot on my brush and I'm feeling super orange right here. Then, because I applied a little too much, I'm looking bronzed. I don't wanna look that bronzed. But I'm gonna go in with the Morphe E1 brush with no product on it. I'm just gonna go over to help blend it out a little bit more, especially on the forehead. But this will help me a light contour while looking like you just got a little bit of a sun kiss. It's been very chilly in Chicago. I feel like we're just starting to get to the point where it's warming up outside, where you want to be outside in the sun. So I'm really not bronzed at all. I feel like maybe this extra bronzer would be a little better if I had at least some type of color to my skin, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, for my eye look today, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite palettes. I feel like it's been a Morphe day. I feel like I just kind of keep talking about Morphe, but I love Morphe. And it's obviously the Jaclyn Hill palette. I also talked about Jaclyn Hill a lot, but I really like her palette. Besides the fact that I'm not a huge fan of the packaging because of how dirty it gets. I mean, it's white and it's not plastic, so once it's on there, you can't really wipe it off. Don't love that, but the packaging as a whole just looks really pretty. And then I like that she has her little saying on this. All right, so I'm gonna be going in with a more fun pink look. So I used these top 3 shades a whole lot. Shay can attest to that because if you can see this up close, it is obvious that those are the ones I use. So the other palette that I'm going to use for my transition shades first is gonna be the Pure, I don't know how you say it, Cosmetics Soiree Diaries palette. Again, I got this in a beauty subscription box. I really like it. It's kind of the marble with the rose gold, so it's super trendy. Super trendy. So I'm gonna go in with a couple of shades using the MAC 224 blending brush. I'm gonna go in with Socialite and Gala, just these 2 right here. For some reason, I just don't think there's an exact transition shade that I like for a more pink look in the Jaclyn Hill palette. They are good transition shades, but just not my preferred. So I'm gonna go in with this, just lightly all over the crease, creating a really nice base transition shade. Mixing those 2. So next I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker shade to just make a more depth to the crease. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M433. I'm gonna go in with Stunner, which is this color right here. It's just a little bit darker, but it still has that kind of reddish undertone. And so I'm just going to put that right in the crease, and I'm not gonna let it drift up as much as my other 2 shades did. And that's what's really nice about this Morphe brush, is it's still a blending brush, but it's more dense and flat, so you can get it a little more controlled in your crease. And again, what this is gonna do is help create some depth for your makeup look, so it doesn't just look like a 2-dimensional, but it has a little bit more warmth and more blended together, which I really enjoy. So after I go in with that, I'm gonna go back in with my MAC blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that out a little bit but with no extra product on the brush. So it's just the brush I used before, and I go in and blend that out to make sure that there's no harsh lines. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with just this kind of weird flat brush. I don't know, I think I got it from Amazon. It's one of those kind of unicorn mermaid toned looking brushes, so I like them. But I'm gonna go in now, actually, to my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna go in with the color in Light and Beam. So those are these first top colors right here, which are great for a brow highlight. And I just like to do that right away before I go into the overall lid. So I'm just gonna go in, and I'm gonna put that under the brow bone, which is gonna nice and brighten that up and open up that part of your eye. Another here. I'm to make sure that, again, there's no crazy harsh lines. I like to blend it in kind of to this part. And then this is extra, but I really want it blended out. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush, so it's from Target. I'm not sure, it doesn't have any type of labeling on it, but I'm just gonna go in and make sure that the line between the crease shade I put and then this upper highlight shade is blended. Otherwise it's gonna look really tacky. And like you don't know how to do makeup. So there you go. Given I've done that before and I just looked at myself in the mirror one day and saw it just looked like I had this frosted, like kind of 90s eye highlight on. It was really bad. It was really bad. We're gonna go in with the all over the lid look now. So I'm gonna go with the, oh, I have to look at this. I think it's in Sissy in the Jaclyn Hill palette, yes. And it is this shade, it's the second one in from the right. And I love this pink shade. It has a little bit more of a gold flecks in it. So it gives this really nice glitter, but it's not too overly glittery. So I'm gonna use my Moda Pro as well, or no, this is just a regular Moda, not a Moda Pro. Again by Royal and Langnickel. And again, in some type of very trendy mermaid color. And I don't know if it has, here we go, it does have a name. This is the shader brush. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the brush and some all-nighter makeup setting spray to dampen the brush a little bit. I just think with the more glittery, metallic looking shades, it's better to go in with this. It obviously packs it on better and it creates more of a foiled shine look. Or if you just go in with a dry brush and it goes over, you're not gonna keep that really dense, bright color. And I think this product, especially with the gold flecks, you want it to have that metallic look. You don't wanna just go in and lightly brush it over. Unless you do, then you know what? You do you. So I just put a couple of sprays on the end of the brush. Then I'm gonna go right in. I'm going to put this and I'm gonna more lightly do brush strokes to kind of more pack it on rather than just one brush sweeping back and forth. And that's again gonna help create it to be a little more pigmented and keep more of that gold sheen to it, which is really pretty. And then I'm gonna go back in again and just pack some more on top. I'm then gonna take the brush and use the tip of it, go back in with that same product of Sissy, and I'm gonna take it a little bit on the inner corner of my crease. I really like to do this with this shade lately. I think it creates a really nice look to your eye where it's just kind of smoky, but not spring and fun and summery. And because it has the gold flecks, it also kind of highlights your inner eye as well. Then I'm gonna go in with my more flat, again, this Morphe brush, and I'm gonna go in with Roxanne, which is this center shade right here in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I like this one a lot because it has a little bit of that rust color. Again, I wouldn't use this as a transition shade right off the bat, but I would use it to create a little more depth. So I'm gonna lightly pack it in the crease of the outer part of the eye. I don't want to bring it in too far because then it's going to close up your eyes. So I'm just going to keep it on the outer part. And I don't want to go too heavy-handed. I'm not looking to make this too overly dramatic, but I do want to make sure that it all has a cohesive, overall blended look without looking flat. So then I just take the product that's left on the brush. I am not putting any more on, and after I feel like it's packed off most, I'll bring it in just a little bit more, again, for a blended look. And then I just drag a little bit under my eyes so that it doesn't look like I just have something here and it's not a fail swoop again. You don't ever want to look like you have harsh lines because it just looks awkward. All right, next I'm going to do my eyeliner. So I'm gonna start by tight lining my upper lash line. This helps make your eyelashes look fuller, where if you just put eyeliner on top of your line, you're gonna have this weird white, or I'm gonna tight line. Don't know what it is, Google it. All right, after I tightline, I'm gonna go in with just a light wing. Lately, I've actually really been liking this Essence eyeliner pen, and I tightlined my lashes with another Essence product, which is a really cheap drugstore brand. You can buy it through Ulta. I usually get it through Ulta.com, and I really like their products. A lot of them are great for how cheap they are if you are on a budget. All right, guys, so I tried to do a really small wing, and I got a little bigger. And then it was exactly like that meme where then you go to try and make the other eye match this eye because you went too big on this eye, and then that eye is bigger than this eye, so now you're making this one bigger, and just kind of got out of control. So I got it under control, not too far into it. But I'm really upset because I was hoping for just a really small wing, but sometimes you just gotta go with it, and I'm just gonna roll with it. So that's my story, and I hope you enjoy it. Last, I'm going to do my lashes, well, last on my eyes, I'm going to do my lashes. So I'm gonna go in with this Tarte eyelash curler. I love this curler. It was a game changer. I mean, I have tried eyelash curlers for a long time and they just don't work for me, and I feel like they almost pull out my eyelashes. This one is so nice, and it comes now without the jeweled. I think the jeweled look was a limited edition one. But this really helps open up your eyes if your lashes tend to go flat. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this, and then I'm gonna go in with my Double Decker Lashes Mascara by Butter London. And I really like this lately. I've been trying it out. I wouldn't say it's my absolute favorite mascara, but I do like it in general. So I'm gonna try it again because I feel like I haven't tried it enough yet to have a full opinion on if I would repurchase. We'll see. So I'm going to use two products to do my brows. I'm just gonna do it off camera because I don't think you guys need to see that. It's gonna be a really long tutorial. But again, another Essence product. I swear this isn't sponsored by Essence, Royal and Langnickel, or Morphe. Not sponsored, but you can see a little bit of what I'm trending towards right now. But this is their eyebrow designer pencil in 04 Blonde. Comes with a little spoolie on the end. I don't really use it, but I really like this pencil. It's really cheap. Again, fantastic brand. So I'm gonna use that to pencil in my brows, and then I'm gonna set it with the Gimme Brow by Benefit in 1, so a very blonde color. But Essence also has a eyebrow setting product, which I own, and I do like that a lot as well. So again, if you're on a budget, you could buy this and the setting gel from Essence, and you would be good to go. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll come right back. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with blush. I'm going to use a Milani product. I think both of these would work out great, but I'm going to go with a little more glam, which is the Milani Baked Blush in Dolce Pink. The other one, this is my go-to. This is in 05 Luminoso. I absolutely love this one. It's gonna be a little lighter. This one has a little bit more of a hot pink glow. And I usually don't like products that have like blush products that are so shimmery like this. But for whatever reason, I just think how these apply is extremely beautiful. And I am just using one of those Amazon bought unicorn kind of ladder topped angled brush. I think these really nicely blend out product. All right, next I'm going in with my highlighter. I'm going to use Wet n Wild in Precious Petals. It is a little bit more of a rose gold color. I thought with my eyes, it's gonna look really nice. I'm not always this matchy-matchy. Sometimes I like to mix it up, but today I'm just really feeling this kind of rose gold toned look. And so I'm gonna put that on the high ends of my cheeks up into a little bit over the brow, just to blend it out nicely. And I'm using a Luxe Beauty brush, or a Luxie brush in 522. It's the tapered highlighter. This is one of my favorite brushes for highlighting. And then without going in with any other product, I'm just going to put the remaining bit of dusting on the center of my face, just to keep it in a glow and give you a little more of that inner glow feeling. And so that is pretty much done for all of the face. All I have left is lips. Before I do that, I am going to set all over with the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Just spraying some on my face there. So let's go into probably some of my favorite products lately. These are great for summer. I really think you'll like them if you want something to spice up your look and make it brighter. So the two products I'm going to use on my lips, which I've been using a lot lately, is the Pink Pigeon, which is a matte lipstick by MAC. And then on top of that, I go in with the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Lip in Melon Pop. I didn't know that Drew Barrymore was like the person for this brand. I think it's her brand that she actually made, but it's really a great product. I love it a lot. So first I'm gonna go in with the MAC. So now I'm gonna go in with the Flower Beauty over this. And know that you guys can definitely do this with a more neutral lip, like a patina by Steel Liquid Lipstick, but I'm going all out because I'm just really into this look lately. So this color over top is a little bit more corally. I love how it looks when it's all blended together. Alright guys, so this is the final look with a little bit of glow, some pops of color for spring. I really like this look. I hope you guys did too. Please link down below if you've tried any of these products and like them as well. So I hope to, anyway.
Thank you for watching
And enjoy.